Steve, how are you going, sir?
Yar!
Yar, you're going well, Yar? Excellent.
Sure. Sure.
As he coughs up something?
Yeah, I know, right? Fortunately, nothing coming up when I cough, so that's alright.
That's a good thing. Alrighty, so we are in Shadow Gambit, the Cursed Crew, from the good folks of Mimimi Games, who sadly,
Mimimi.
have decided to pull up stumps after releasing this game, so more power to them.
Not immediately, though.
Not immediately, so they're still going to...
They are going to keep supporting this for a period of time.
And I hope they'll do some DLC to this game. They did do some for Desperados 3. So hopefully they'll do some for this, but we'll see. What we're going to do is I'm going to jump into the... I'm going to create a new save profile and do the first mission, which will take around 20-25 minutes or so. Then I'll jump into my save, which is way further than that into the game, but not anywhere near complete as far as I can tell. So we'll just quickly do that. Do that. Cool bananas.
Ahoy!
Don't track that one.
Arr, track me.
Arr. And we'll do a new.
God damn it, talking like a pirate.
Don't do it.
Oh, but it's fun.
Yeah, but if it makes you cough and
yeah.
blood, don't do
Do
that.
it to the hardest difficulty. I want to see what happens.
No, I'm not going to do it on hard. I'm not going to talk. I'm not going to do that stuff at the time. Oh, I'm doing it. There we go. The main thing, the differences between the levels of difficulty is how quickly the enemies are alerted to you is the main difference. And we'll explain that in a moment. But yeah. So if you've played Desperados 3 or played the game before that, Shogun Blades of the Shadowgun, this will be very, very similar to you. So yeah, it's one of those games from these guys. I really, really like them. I put about 40 hours into the game so far, and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Wait, did you just say 40?
According to the game there, it says 40, so I'm not so sure what Steam's telling me. Steam's saying
say.
40. Steam's saying 25, but the game's saying 40, so I'm not so sure how that works. But anyway.
Oh, that's really weird.
Yeah. So the character you play as is this one here. So she has a sword in her chest.
I'd imagine that's particularly comfortable.
She's also dead, so maybe she can't feel much. So one thing I'll highlight with this game is when we start getting to some of it, the voice acting is really, really good. So I'm just using the left something to control my character, whose name is Afia. Mighty couple, and right stick to move the camera around. And I can zoom right in and zoom right out. Even come to this thing. Now this is new. This is a bit of a new thing.
Ooh.
Is this over sort of overview map thing they've done, and that's where we're trying to get to. So there's no enemies on this one, otherwise they'd be different symbols. But yeah, we can zoom right in and we can get back to that. So I need to go up here. Just going to very quickly do this bit so we can get to.
They don't seem to be too freaked out by the lady with the sword in her chest.
No, apparently this is normal. Like it's not unusual per se.
Okay.
You are not an easy man to find, Jester.
Naturalmente. It ensures I'm only found by...
Okay, that's why it's normal.
People. Now,
that dude's a skeleton.
Yep.
They say you can arrange things. There's a certain ghost ship I'd like to catch up with.
The Red Marley, yes. I know all about your history with that ship.
Then you also know why I'd want to be on it.
Signora, the prospect of seeing your fates collide is the entire reason for our meeting. I can get you to the Marley, but I must inform you that she has seen better days. Currently, she's caught in the trap of a certain Inquisitor.
So Ignatia.
Oh, that motherfucker.
Then there's no time to lose.
Still determined, I see. Yes, excellent. Shall we shake on it then?
One more question. What will be your price?
Oh, don't worry, Signora. I simply wish to be entertained. Now, Shall we begin?
So, the character you play as and the other characters that we'll meet along the way are all cursed. And they've all got, as a result of that cursing, they can do stuff which other regular non-cursed people can't do.
Oh man, I wish I was cursed.
The rite is complete. What now?
Scour the beach. Let no corruption linger.
It shall be done.
What?
Abomination!
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Apologies. But as you well know, death's not the end here. So, one down, possibly 100 or more to go. I better find my way to the Mali before Ignatia sets her on fire.
Alright, so...
According to the stars, this island isn't too far from Angler's grave. Heavy.
So, let's get rid of that body, because that's what we should do.
Oh, okay, you can just dump the body in the water this time around.
Yep.
Alrighty.
You could have done that in Desperados, I think. I think you could have. Alright, so, if I zoom right out, we get this.
Yep. Oh,
And
so
then
the
it's-
arrows this time, so you can see
arrow-
which way they're facing.
Yeah,
Is
so you
there-
can see which way they're facing. So
Is there a visual cone to see what they're seeing at this map? Or
there
no?
is not at that level, no. But this,
Okay.
when we get down here, they can be. So this is now the sort of tutorial mission. So we'll just do this really quickly. So she's got a dagger. She can just walk up and shank
Buttfuls.
fools like that, which is cool.
Another acolyte. Best take him down quietly.
So you've got the B button. I'm using an Xbox controller here, so I don't know what the buttons are on or keys are on a keyboard, but you crouch down. You can walk up and you can, and that
Stick.
blue circle is how the noise that particular action takes and who will.
See you around, friend.
And if anyone else is in that period, in that window, they'll also hear it.
Let's get you
Yep.
somewhere else.
And you can hide bodies by pressing B, and they sort of disappear into the world. It's a kind of a weird thing.
Mm.
But,
So I was
hide bodies.
curious with the voice acting, because like there's sometimes the accusation of, you know, you get like a Jamaican voice. Is it a Jamaican actress or at least a black person doing the voice? Or is
Yeah,
it
and I
just a
haven't-
white person?
And I'm not too sure the answer to that one, but I know where you're coming from.
I
Yeah.
can answer that question because I actually looked it up.
Oh, good, excellent.
Miriam Teak Lee is an English actress, so that is the voice of. God damn it! I had the name and I lost it. Afia.
Fear, that's the character I got
Manikako.
right. That's
So
the-
she is
that's-
English. She is indeed black.
Yep.
And probably maybe possibly putting on something of a Jamaican accent, much like Kofi Kingston did back in the day.
Yep.
Can't do a video without talking about wrestling.
So there's your view cone that you're used to. This particular mission is at night, so
Restricted vision.
restricted vision. The dark greener section, the fully filled in section is what they can see in the light they've got on top of their helmet. The striped section is you can be in that section, crouch like I am, and still not be seen.
Yeah, but they'll be somewhat suspicious if you walk in front of it, maybe.
If you crouched in the big section, I'll show you what happens if I. So I'll turn around in a second. So they can't see me. Now they can, sort of thing.
Oh, yeah.
So you can be crouched in that section and not be seen, but if you stand up, they'll start to see you.
Okay.
If I was in that
The
filled in
bright
section,
green, yeah.
regardless of what I was, I'd be seen immediately.
Like, hey, you motherfucker.
Yeah, and that what I was saying before about the difficulty,
Pace.
sort of dictates how quickly they identify me. So if I'm standing up here and I'm on the lowest difficulty,
That
would almost be entertaining. See how quickly it's slowing up?
Yep.
That's how quickly that's.
Which isn't
That's
even
basi-
that quite fast in the grand scheme of things in games by this developer.
Oh, for sure, yeah. So it's pretty much what they've done in the past. So
Stick him! If you had stuck him from the front, would he have like notified people, or would it have not counted if you had got it in time?
Depends if how quick you are with it, but sometimes it'll just be an instant, like an instant spot, and then they'll raise alarms. Other times it's not. So let's explain what it's talking about with the view cone,
Yep.
with the different levels of it.
Maiden's firelight.
Depending on the availability of light and all that sort
Yeah.
of deal.
So see how that light's in that boat
Yeah.
there?
There shouldn't be footprints here.
There's another part of it too, is that you can actually
Trick
you
him
can
into
actually
coming
have,
over, then stick.
yeah. So that's one of the things you can. Depending on what that depends on the environment you're in, as to whether that's happening or not. So not all areas have that. And you can actually, with some of, if I can get out of the boat there we go. You can actually walk up and turn. Oh, in some occasions you can actually turn the lights off, like go up to them and put out the light, which
Does
might
turning the
also attract.
lights off make the enemies aware or not?
They'll say, "Oh, why is that light turned off?" And they might walk up to it again. But then you've got that as a way to distract them and get them to you. We can also walk across here. So you can see how that sort of
The
waves going.
splash.
That's a indicator of how
Audio
much
cue.
noise you're making.
Yep.
Yeah. Now this is the main ability that she's got, and it's this little blink skill.
Blink.
Seems like the only way forward is up.
So that is going to make me essentially blink to that character and take him out like that.
Very much like in Dishonored, that also has a blink ability and
Yeah,
things like that.
yep.
Don't let the flame get you.
And we'll hide this body.
You get the Splinter Cell voice of, "Who turned out the lights?
Yeah. So we'll just jump down here.
Kick the ladder down."
And we can. Now that is the
Did something? Nah.
The fuck was that?
save mechanism. It's the ability to save. I didn't do that, but that was part of the game. Does that in this tutorial mission?
And they build it into like her noticing something happening, but not
Yeah.
sure what.
Not
Okay.
too sure what. Because what she's now going to try and
That
do.
one looks powerful. Best not leave him alive.
Is this happens.
What do we have here?
I
Probably
sense
lost the
your
car.
ill intent, cursed. Now burn in Maiden's fire.
I suggest you try that again.
And that is the.
I'm whole again.
I have unleashed a memory.
I was wondering if she was going to refer to it.
What crazy magic is this? Are you?
I need your help. Get past the prognostica. Do not attack him directly.
Well.
That's so you can't stick him.
All right,
Ah,
I'll
yeah, you
follow.
just push the rock on him.
As for the prognostica, let's try a different approach.
Yeah, so one of these games is that you do a lot of saving. And I'm just pressing the back button and it creates
Oh,
a
so quick
memory.
saving. That's pretty good.
This is what I
Yeah.
did before.
And if I press the options B, I can go back and pick any one of up to 3 of these, I think, or maybe
I
4
was
of
going
them.
to ask how many does it keep at any one time.
I think it's 3 or 4 at most. I'm not too sure that. Yeah.
But it tells you the time since the last one. That's good.
Yep. So if I go out and back in, it'll now say it's been 17 seconds ago. Yep.
With another memory. If I unleash it, time resets to this moment.
So what you'll
Is there a main save out of those ones?
no.
I like
there
a better
isn't.
term. So if you accidentally get into a place where you fuck yourself, and you've gone
Yep.
past the 3, you can actually get to a point where you really fuck yourself and have to restart the mission.
Possibly. I'm not too sure how you would do that, but possibly. Yeah.
Prognostica might be able to stop me, but that boulder?
How much, like, sort of exploration, or not how much exploration, but how much is there in the way of environmental secrets and stuff like that to explore the environment to actually find?
There's no collectible stuff, which is good because it wouldn't really
Descend. I wish to see you face to face.
work in a game like this.
Mm.
The only thing really to explore is the path you take to where you need to go, and that's
Yep.
where you can in a lot of the missions have multiple paths to take to get to where you want to get to.
And it's not like these games, that Mimimi really hasn't done games where there's been a bunch of loot or a bunch of items that you can sort of find in the environment to encourage that level of exploration.
Correct. Yeah, they don't do collectible stuff.
Mm.
So
Don't worry. I have my own tricks up my sleeve.
you see how that line, the green line's got a cross in it,
A
about
red
bit
in
way
it,
long.
yeah.
Because it means I can't do that. Now I
You
can
can't,
do it
yep.
from here. I can do it from here though.
Oh,
So
yeah,
depending if
because
you
you're
get a
too
line,
close to the cliff.
Yep, exactly. One of her abilities, her upgrade abilities, is she can actually go through environments to do this particular this particular skill.
Yep.
But it takes, I think the cooldown on it is much longer.
Will be, yeah. So how do you switch the ability to the freezing time, or is
So
that
that's
the
just
left bumper, or?
left bumper flicks between the two.
Yep.
From here to there.
And then if you
Or you
hold
can-
it, no doubt brings up like a selection wheel. Yep.
Yep. So the blink's actually got, so here you've got two other options. You've got just standard, where it's got the 3 stars to the right there.
It's the upgraded one.
That's the upgraded one that I don't actually have. So I can just do this and take that enemy down.
Got him. Or you could have done the freeze and then go up.
Yeah,
And,
correct. Yeah, exactly. So this is what I like about this game. Is you can,
there is some openness in how you deal with some of these issues, but it's not
Matter of fact, she
a complete sandbox so that you've got like 14 different solutions.
yeah.
to me.
Alarme!
Hello? You still there? Well, better move fast.
So let's just so on here I can hold down the left cursor, left D-pad,
Mm.
and that gives me this sort of free roam cursor button, and I can then hover over any one of these enemies to see what their view cone is.
Yep.
To see, okay, they're not going to be a part of my problem. I'm not going to be anywhere near them. He obviously will. What you can also do is you can hover over a character where it says brings up the name, and I can right trigger in, right stick in, I should say.
Mm.
That'll tell me that line there tells me that character, or that enemy, is seen by that character.
Yeah, line of sight.
Line of sight stuff. So you can sort of say, okay, if I take him down, who's going to possibly see it?
Yep.
And that's what you use this to do that with. So it comes in real.
And then
real handy.
where and how far away can they see the body from and shit like that.
Correct. Yeah, exactly. And also, is there a window where you could take them out and hide them before they come back and do their view thing or whatever?
Yep.
So this guy's linking both left and right. You might be able to go take him out now, and then no one else sees him while the view cone comes back again, kind of thing. So it's got a lot of. It does give you all the information you need to make the decision you want to make. I can just walk across here because they're not going to see me in that light in that one.
Could you throw this dude's body down into that pit, scare the crap out of that dude, then jump down and kill that dude, or nah? It doesn't.
You could. It would.
Get that.
If you would to a degree, but what would end up happening is they would probably say, "Oh, there's a body there. Why is that
trigger
there?"
an alarm
and
then.
trigger alarms.
Okay.
So, for example, we've got this enemy here. If I just took that there, nothing's watching him. You can see none of the. You give it enough time for all those other enemies around him to do whatever motions and walking action they do.
Yep.
Okay, that's not going to be it. I'm just going to take him out. No problem.
Your soul is free.
And then the way in which you ganked him because of the blink ability, there's obviously the cooldown on it, so it's more you either wait for it to come back, or you do it in a more traditional sense by moving through the environment.
Correct. Exactly.
Arguably, you don't even need to kill all these dudes. You could.
No, absolutely. I don't even need to do it. So if we click on him, for example, so he's doing that. He's not going to see me where I am because he's never going to get close enough to me because even though the light's there, he's not going to see it.
Because it's also a hole and.
I ultimately need to get up to here, by the way, so I'm aiming to
Yeah.
get up to. So all I need to do is realistically take that guy there out.
Realistically, you don't need to take him out. It's just the dude up the ladder.
There, so I'm not even going to kill him. I'm just going to walk across here, scrape across. And then I'm going to do that. Quickly pick him up. Pick him up. Because if that guy might see the body, so
Yep.
we'll just move the body out the way.
Can you stick them in, like, see how it's got the leafy sort of ladder up the wall? Could you, like, throw him into that, like, behind those leaves, or nah?
No, you've got several places you can throw bodies. The little bushes on the ground you can.
Yep.
Doors you can open and chuck bodies in,
Yep.
or you can also just chuck them into the water.
Okay, but it's not like you can't put it behind that
No,
ladder,
no.
for lack of a better term, yeah.
No.
There she is. The Red Molly. Black Eye Mordecai's ship. And there's Ignatia, right on cue.
My custode is a ready ship. A world of agony awaits you.
Just
Now
skip.
tell me, what
I'll skip.
Ignatia.
Can you?
skip through.
Okay, you can skip through them, but you can... Well, what if you press start? Will it let you? Will it give you an option to skip the cutscene or not?
Yeah, if I hold down the, gives me that.
Okay.
Which I will.
There you go.
Do, so I won't I won't spoil it. I'll just do this
Yeah.
quickly. You can jump down, jump across, and yeah, the dream bell will come up every now and then. We haven't
Saved for a while.
Yeah.
Some strange new right of hers. She has experience in
Oh, so it's the ship talking to you.
Yep.
but not
Huh.
for long.
Your memory power explains a lot. No wonder Mordecai and his crew became legends.
We kept it secret for that very reason.
Does it have any limits?
Only those set in place by the captain. My reach is the size of an island, and I can't unleash memories older than a day. I'll gladly explain more once I'm in less pain.
Alright, so what we can also do is hold down the right trigger, and we get a sort of a free camera.
Yep. See
Sort of
who's around where and
Just
all
to
that.
look around more a bit more. And then once I've got I can now play it from this perspective, and actually move my character around, but the camera will be fixed.
Yep.
So now they've got them two doing this, looking at each other. That's enough time for me to probably take him down. Because if I wait until in the moment, he's just going to see him. So we'll wait until they're back talking to each other. Then we will kill that guy, hide him, and then we'll do the other ones. So we'll just do this.
Are there like audio lures and stuff like that you can use to
There are the other characters we pick up along the way. They have that sort of stuff.
But she doesn't have that ability.
But she does. No, she doesn't have that. So what we'll do is we'll just move as quick as we can and do that. Do that. So you got to allow the animation to play out as a part of your calculations of what you're going to do. So I can
Which
walk
arguably is an influence of the Souls games.
Yep. So I'm just going to kill him straight away.
So Graham does like Souls games then.
One less to worry.
Just as long as they're stealth strategy games.
Yep.
The one video gamey part of like games like this is the fact that when he walks back around, he doesn't go, "Hey, where's my dude gone?"
Ah, wait.
Oh, he
Wait.
does though. Okay.
Wait.
Someone is neglecting their task.
If
Okay.
if the action of one of the enemies is to have a conversation with an NPC, and that NPC disappears between their routes, then the enemy will pick that up and go, "Oh, wait a second, what's that?"
Somebody's abandoned their post, so what the fuck?
Yeah, where have they gone, sort of thing. What's happened? They were here a second ago. Where have they gone?
Yep. But obviously, it takes them a bit of time for them to go, "Oi, what's going on?"
What's going on? Exactly. Yep.
Hey Pete, look. Fresh meat on there. Fresh? Looks rather rotten to me.
Ignore them.
And we'll just throw him overboard. So we'll just do this.
Is there an upgrade that you can give her where, like, on a stealth kill, she'll automatically grab someone?
Do not disturb the custodians.
Yes, I believe so.
Perhaps in
Okay.
concentration and the fire breaks free.
I shall stay
Because that would have been way more convenient if you killed that person, then held them and threw them off in one
Yeah, I think
smooth motion.
Yeah, you can. There are ways you can do. Oh, I did hide them, I think. So,
Kind of.
Kind of. So this is another aspect of the game that's a bit different. Is they've got these, because of the nature of the game, the story they've created.
Yep.
They've got these custodies or custodes. I'm not sure about custodes.
I would
think.
say custodes.
And they're sort of keeping the fabric between the real world and the curse world, I think, is what they're doing. Once you kill them out, they've got a pretty big circle, a radius around them, and they'll basically do this weird effect to enemies in that circle, and they're basically sort of frozen in time. They can't do anything. You just walk up and kill them after the fact.
Yep.
But if we have someone who walks in and out of here like this one's going to, what we can do is we can get them within range. If I need to, what I need to do is get that. I need to sneak in
Get to the custode.
and take him, and when they're in their conversation, take all three of them in one go, basically.
Yep.
I come
emissarius. A most humbling sight.
I can't walk through there now because they hit that one or see me.
Yeah, he'll see you.
Yeah, we can.
Ugh, is that a custodes?
He is maintaining the seal.
Oh, custodes.
His charm.
Custodies. Do you know now the circles come up? You can see that's like that.
That's the circle of impact or influence that it has, yeah.
Yep.
Of the custodes.
Of the custodies. So get him in range and we do that. And then we'll do this.
Okay, so once you killing the dude next to the custodes triggers the custodes.
Yep.
How long do they stay stunned for?
As far as I know, they stay stunned forever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I always try.
And you wouldn't want them to be fucking coming back after 10 seconds, because then that...
Yeah. So I generally will take them out anyway, just in case they do come back after a minute or something. I just don't know. I have let them low as long as 3 or 4 minutes and they haven't come back, so I think they're probably permanent. But just to
you can never
save,
tell in a game like
never
this.
tell,
The one
so
time you think it would be...
Oh yeah, it's permanent.
It'll
then
turn
all of a
around
sudden
and fuck you.
they're back in the thing. So if I was to kill that enemy now, that other one would hear it.
Yeah.
So I'll just we can.
They pretty smartly color code the...
Yeah. And I'll just reload that. That's as quick as it is.
I wonder, is there much in the way of accessibility options for lack of a better term, colorblindness, shit like that, or?
There is. I'm not too sure if it's good or not because I don't.
Obviously,
don't need
neither of us have any that form of colorblindness for it to make a difference, but it's always cool when developers do stuff like that.
Yeah, hide body inside there. It'll just open the door and chuck the body.
Body closets.
Yep.
Can you use those rooms to hide in, then bust out and kill someone from it?
Yep.
Sweet.
Yep.
It's pretty funny actually. That blink, by the time you've used it and hid the by the time you've used it to kill the person, half the cooldown on it's already gone.
Yes, it's not a particularly long cooldown. So this one's got.
Because that one's 5 seconds.
That's 8 seconds.
8 seconds, sorry.
8 seconds, yeah. So it's pretty quick.
And it tells you the dying duration, so it's more than half of the cooldown duration, which is cool.
Yeah.
But then he said that upgraded version is a higher. Or a longer, sorry.
Yeah, I haven't upgraded it, so I'm making the assumption that what I'm reading is saying that, basically the reading of the upgrade says it takes more out of it to do it. So, I'm making the assumption that the cooldown is going to be longer.
Yep, fairly safe assumption, one could argue.
Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking.
Jeez, don't get much time on that one.
No, so this is where you've got to be careful of how you do it. So I've got to be very quick. I've got to get that guy across, kill this one here.
But because it's dark, you won't see the body when you jump out?
Yeah, so that's probably the reason why I'm going to be able to do it, because as long as we get it outside that circle of audio, which is there, and if we're quick enough...
Don't let the flame. Heavy.
This is also the advantage of how
discovery time.
This discovery time, and also the fact I was in the...
If you had done that the other way around, where this dude who's coming through now, you had killed him first, would the other guy have seen the body?
Oh, he would have pretty much seen it straight away.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, so... yeah,
I would be curious the difference in discoverability on the higher difficulty on that specific encounter.
Yeah, not too sure. So.
The other custodies and your 2 remaining crew.
Sulady and Toya. Leave them be for now.
Oh,
there we go. So all 3 of them are now.
Come to the other side.
but the ship told you to leave him.
That's both of them.
Yeah, they will.
The seal is weak. Come to me.
Nice. Fuck him. Kill him.
I still need time.
My power.
Your soul is free.
So that green bell that you were talking, that's the reminder to save, isn't it?
Not ready yet.
Correct. Yep.
Yeah, whereas in Desperados 3, it would just come up and go last save,
Yeah,
1.5 minutes ago, blah, blah, yeah.
Yeah. And you can set when that does tell you
Yep.
in the settings as to whether it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 50 minutes, that kind of thing. Right. I'm going to skip through this. This is basically the end of this mission, so I'm just going to skip through this.
Break the seal. Really? Now?
You are hunting Black Eye Mordecai's treasure. I want it.
All I can think of when she's like, really? Now? is that your character's like, I need to go to the toilet.
To a pirate. Adventure. I'll help you find your captain's legacy. And I only want 3 shares of the plunder.
Preposterous.
I'll help you find the captain.
What?
2 shares. Hurry now. I bet more acolytes are coming.
Ooh. And the game just crashed. No, it didn't. Something else just went. Sorry.
Oh.
The game didn't crash. Something else I have. Ooh. Come on.
Video's still working, so, or at least I think it is.
Yeah, no, I've just got this bloody... There we go.
A fee.
It's alright. We'll skip this. Right, after each mission you get these things, which are sort of like
Overviews of the mission, all that sort of
challenges and stuff to do.
Yep.
One thing's back from this game is this brilliant replay thing they've had of this game.
Yep.
Which replays, yeah, this thing is really good.
Very sort of Meat Boy in some regards.
Okay, yep. So
Like
it tells you
that thing of giving you the replay of every death or every... Does it show you the reloads?
It does, because it'll show them... Oops. On the... when we get to one, I'll show when... There's a symbol when you actually do a reload. Which... I think I did one around here, I think. Yeah, see that symbol there? That
the green
blue,
dot.
Green dot, that's me doing a reload. So, I did that 6 minutes quicker than last time.
Oh, but you left way more bodies alive.
No, pretty much the same. 30 kills, so that's a fair few.
That's a fair few, don't get me wrong, but the body count could have been higher.
Could have been, but... So after every mission you get this sort of run through of how many memories you captured, which is basically saves, how many times you reloaded, how many you killed, and then who did the most kills and that kind of stuff.
Mm.
Yeah, so that's basically... That's each mission is like that, but normally you have 3 characters in it, and then you're basically using the ability of each character to do the mission.
To be on the open sea again. Come to me when you are ready, Aethia.
Yeah, so this is the Red Marley. On each of these ships is a bunch of skeletons, and they have their own.
Oh fuck yeah, kill them.
Yep, you can do that.
I see you've discovered my skeleton crew. Feel free to practice with them.
That is pretty funny to call it skeleton crew.
So you actually, it's okay to kill them. Basically, is the upshot with all that.
Do the skeletons just come back to life?
I believe they do. Yeah,
Alright,
I
yeah.
think so. Over here, we've got the upgrade thing, which is what I was talking about before with the upgrade abilities and the vigor stuff I was talking about during their podcast. Unlike Aethia's Grand Blink, which has increased range that is not restricted by line of sight, this ability taxes a fair greatly, so it has limited use. I'm implying that it's going to be a longer cooldown, but it doesn't say it specifically.
Or
that's
you can only use it a certain number of times.
Times or something, exactly. Yep. This is the map. So that's the world map that we'll come back to.
Right now the world map has nothing on it.
Nothing on it, because with the... Yeah, so this... That's the skeleton just got back up. Yeah, so that's basically... That's the opening mission. It basically sets up getting to this ship. What I'm going to do now is going to jump into my other save, which is significantly further forward. And we'll go main menu. Yep. And we'll go save profiles. And we'll go into this one. So it's playtime's 40 hours, 55 minutes. I'm not too sure why Steam
I don't
thinks
know. That doesn't say 40 hours to me because the other one was 27 minutes.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely played longer than 40 minutes.
Yeah.
So I'm not too sure what that is. But anyway, let's go into this. So at this point in the story, I've now done... I've revived... I think there's 7...
Cool, leaving footprints in the sand.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
So, top right hand corner. 1,
Holy
2,
fuck.
3, 4, 6 characters revived. I've got one more to do, and that's the limit. Crew tales, I can't do them at the moment because you've got to do them between missions, and I've already done the one I can for this between mission section. We'll look at the quick map to show you what it's basically. Every island now I think is obviously got one left, one more island to expose. But this is all the islands we've got available to us. In the recent story, you can see there's that on the chair. There's a skull. That's part of the story stuff to get that skull. This mirror thing starts up, and this is these captain's tests.
Okay.
So I've already done one with it's a lady who has like control
Okay,
of
so it's
plants and
specific.
flora. So I think it's specific to a
Each
particular
and their
character
abilities, yep.
and their abilities, and I think it sort of sets up for her. This Dreadvine's Cove was what I'll do is I'll do this and redo this intro movie again if I can. Oh, I can't redo it. That's a pity.
This is the part where it says intro video down the bottom.
Yeah, I can't select it though. So
That's fucked.
So I think because I've got a mission, I can't reselect it. I think.
Yep.
So this character in the middle here, this top left hand corner picture, is basically like this big vine that grew through that entire island. He and Saludi had some sort of history, and the captain's test was to bury the hatchet between the two of them, basically.
Oh, okay, not to go in and kill him.
Not going to kill him, no. Which is what I thought it was when it started, but no, it was to sort of. So this is Saludi. So that's her ability. So she can do this and create her own.
Oh, that's alright.
On the fly spot. And then these one. I don't know if this will actually work. Oh, I should do. So he can control their direction by basically pointing, making them go in a certain direction.
Oh, so you can take. Oh, and once they're outside the circle of influence, they're like, "What the fuck happened?" And then they'll walk back, but it gives you enough time to stick the dude who he was talking to.
Correct.
Right.
Or what you do with the upgrade ability is it does the opposite thing. So this one goes, makes him go, keep going. See the way the arrow's going from me to the character, and then the arrow keeps going forward through there. This one comes the other way. So you can actually come back to you, hide in a spot, come back to you, then take him out, sort of thing. So that's what they've got. This one's a really cool character. So she can. Let's go and grab a skeleton.
Got a big fuck off cannon on the back.
Yep. So I can go and grab. Where's the skeleton?
There's a few where you had the plant lady. There's one literally next to the cannons.
Yeah, that's not a. That's an other controllable character. Here we go. So this one I can do. Oh, not too sure what went over there. Keeps going. So she's now in the. That cannon's now in the cannon. See?
So you can just fire him off the ship.
Yep.
Fuck yeah!
That's exactly what we can do.
Why the fuck wouldn't you just use this all the time?
So what you can do is you can basically grab your own guys and shoot them at the higher positions.
Yeah.
Or shoot them and land them on enemies and they take out the enemy, sort of thing. So it's a pretty good, effective weapon. And also they've got this one distraction tool is they can do this.
Firecrackers.
And then everyone, oh, what's that noise? They don't move to it. They just turn around.
Look at it, yeah.
Learn around and look at it. Some will, depending on who they are, they may go and investigate. Some won't. This is John Mercury. He's got a really good one. So he's got an
anchor on his back.
He's got this one was just the same sort of distraction thing, turn around sort of thing. But this one is really good. I can go. Didn't mean to do that. I was too close. If I now do this, I now go underneath into the what's known as the below, and I can now bring up and do that.
Yeah, come up from underneath and get him.
And now, the thing is, it also hides the body straight away.
Yep, automatic.
Automatically, so that's really good. So this one, this is the one that's actually got one of the few distraction things that actually will attract the attention and people actually go to it. It's this skull here. So if they see that in their view cone, they'll walk to it, and you can use that to. Once they walk up, you can then go and stick them when they get there. Also, there's got this they've got this scissor fishing rod I can basically use to get things from other locations.
Like a grappling hook to an extent.
Grappling hook, kind of, not quite a grappling. It doesn't take me to it, but it pulls stuff to it from them. So, for example, if you've got to get a key off somebody, you can use the fishing thing to get the key off to somebody, and not even be really close to them. Or you can use the fishing thing to pull down ladders and stuff that you can't, that aren't unfurled and stuff like that. So it's a pretty good character. This is the one that's got this is a sharpshooter, so this has got the
One shot.
the old sniper rifle, essentially.
Yeah, like the doctor from Desperados 3.
Yep, exactly. Yep. And this one's an interesting one. This is makes them not see for a bit. They sort of distracts them, so you can for a period of time, so they don't see what the normal view cones produce. So that's a pretty good one to do. And the last one I've got is this one. This one's I haven't quite really figured out whether this one's really good or not. So they've got this. I'll get out of here if I can see a bit more. So they can put down this. They do that, and if I now hold down X, I just go straight back to it, like a teleport back to it.
Yep.
And if there's an enemy nearby, they'll take down the enemy that's near them, near that marker.
Okay, yeah.
So it's like you can lay it down and then just teleport straight back there and take out the enemy that's right there in the moment. So it's not too bad, but I've only just got this character, so I'm not using much yet. And also you've got this just a whistle thing to attract attention, and they'll walk to them, sort of thing, which is I think the same as what I can't remember the main character out of Desperados 3, but I think he had a whistle that attracted attention like that. Yeah, so that's basically the ones I've got so far. I've got one more to revive, but to get them, I need to get what is known as. So it says in the missions down the right hand side, review the crew, 1 of 2. So the very first one of those you had 0 of 5. You had to do 5 of them.
Yeah.
So I've only got to revive one more crew member, and then I've got them all. I've collected to be able to revive a crew member. You've got to have a black pearl and soul energy, and I've got none of either.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go into one of these. I'm going to go into Angler's Grove, for example.
Long ago, a mighty leviathan of the seas was dragged onto this.
So it does a little intro music like that. So this one's going to give us a black pearl, going to give us vigor boost of 3. It's in the daylight. It's long, needs 3. We won't do that one.
Yep.
Let's do this one because I think this was a medium one. So it's a medium one at night. And it's small crew, big plans. This will give us soul energy, and we'll do a difficulty of that. And this is where we can choose the who's going to be in it. So when you go into a particular mission like this, you're choosing who's in it, as in which characters you're taking with you, but you're also choosing where you land on the island. So you've got multiple places to actually start the mission from.
A distress call has reached my thoughts. It's coming from Calamity Reef.
Can you establish a connection?
Hello. This is Captain Harlock of the Sally. Me and me crew have been captured by the Zealots. Any boat with a soul left out there, send help.
This is the Red Marley, Captain. Where are you?
Reaper, am I glad to hear you. We're right in.
Right in where?
The connection is gone. The reef's energies are interfering.
Any idea where it came from?
No, but our conversation has left a couple of soul traces behind. Touch one of them, and I should be able to locate the source. Now choose our landing, navigator.
And now you've got this representation of the island. You've got your 2 target positions, which are the 2 crosses.
Yep.
The things with the arrows pointing to a door, that's how you get out of the missions, and
the escape, alright.
Yeah, so they're so you don't actually so you still teleport out of the environment. And we've got 4 possible landing spots. So we've got to get to where have we got to get to? We've got to get to this spot here. So we could try this one because it's fairly close. So if we zoom in, we'll get down here there. So it's there. So you've got a couple of people to the left. We can go over to the right here. This thing here, Custodes, that's if you destroy him, that'll unlock a way to get out of the island, out of the mission. You've got a cannon just sitting there, so we could use that to shake them down. And that's where we've got to go where that exclamation mark is. So I think we'll choose that point because it's fairly close to a thing. So we'll choose that. And then you've got your crew to choose from. You see the numbers above them are the vigor boost that you'll get from them.
Okay.
So you get 3 by default just by doing the mission, regardless of who you do it with.
Yep.
But if I choose him, and him, see the bottom bar there?
Yeah, you get
It's
more.
actually adding. So I'm gonna do all 6 of them because they're a good one to do. Actually, what time is it? We might see how far we go with this one. This might be too long.
I mean,
but
we
we'll
might.
see.
We can always stop halfway through the mission.
Yeah. And there always is a memory when you first get in to save your starting point.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got find a soul trace, either one. I think you've got to either go to either one, not you have to go to both, so that's fine. And so they're just staying there without any movement, so they're probably... We don't need to do anything with those guys per se. Although we probably... This is the thing that's a bit odd about this game, is I can get right there and not be seen by them.
Yep.
That's... Even in a harder difficulty, that would still be...
That's the way vision cones work.
Vision codes work, so that's fine. So I'm gonna do a dual thing here. So I'm gonna go into press this. Actually, wrong thing. Get that back up. So the one thing you can do with this game that you would have done with Desperados 3, you go into shadow mode. Shadow mode kind of pauses the game to a degree, and you can sort of play out a particular set of attacks.
Sort of set it up so that you're doing then trigger both attacks at once. Yep.
Correct. Yeah. So I'm gonna do kill the one on the right. Go out of shadow mode. Switch to John, who's got... Go down. And then at the same time I'm going to do... Press X to use my skill. I'm going to press Y to take down the other guy with that guy. So we do that. And that takes them both down.
Yep.
And doing... I mean, I think that is... When you nail one of those...
It's super satisfying.
It's super fucking satisfying. Especially when you do one that takes 3 characters to do.
Yep.
It's super cool to do it.
It's just that mark and execute sort of style of thing from like Tom Clancy.
Yeah, exactly.
What seems like it's in Assassin's Creed Mirage.
Yeah. So pressing down left trigger highlights all the things you can hide in.
Yep.
So what I'm gonna... Oh, see that guy working with the light?
If he walks over here, you're kind of fucked.
He doesn't walk that fast, that's good. But you see how he's got a circle around him that's pretty close because he's got a light. He's carrying a light. So we'll go back to here. So what's that? Is he seen by anybody? He doesn't look like he's seen by anybody. Just seen something we can do. So we can actually go over here quickly. Walk up here. See if I do this, you'll take this will be little blocks that goes across that wire and takes out that guy standing there. Like that. And these are badges you get. So there are things like when we finish a mission, I'll show you the list of one. You got these just badges you can do, like the challenges, like hide 600 bodies, hide 700 bodies, that kind of stuff. So, okay, so see how that one's exploring now. The one back there is exploring. Just go back here. They're exploring because they've got that marker. So they've seen that happening. Oh, what's happening here? And they go exploring. They'll explore for a few minutes and they'll go, oh, nothing's around, and then they'll stop.
Yeah.
So I can go right up to here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to run like that. Take him out. And hide the body with this one's easier. Just do this, and he does that. Now, where have we got to go to? Oh, it's just over there. So I think I've just got to get over to there, where that exclamation mark is, top right hand corner. So let's see. So he's walking there. Turns around. Go back over here. I should actually make him shrink. So now I'm using these characters together, so they'll walk together. Anything I do, they both do, sort of thing.
Yep.
So we'll just stand about here. Walk across here a bit and stop, and come back over here. So, yeah, how exactly am I getting around? How exactly am I getting over here? I don't think I can walk through there. I think I've got to walk. Ooh, I wonder if I can actually. I wonder if I can just.
Standing around, catching light.
Prognosticar was convinced that the soul traces residuals would be here, but I can't see them.
So let's have a look. So it tells you what the cannon's going to do. Okay, that cannon would have taken out the one we took out before. So that's...
Yep.
Alright, so what are you looking at? So you've got to look at who's taking what out and figure out what you've got to do first in what order. So I really need to take him out. So I can then take him out to then go and talk to our guy there. Okay. Go who's walking around and doing what. So this is where, like, this is how most missions play out. You've got to figure out who you've got to take out in what order, in order to get to what you want to do. You can go all guns blazing if you wanted to. Like, you don't have to do stealth stuff like I'm doing here.
I mean, like in a game like this, going all out is way more dangerous.
Oh, for sure, because you've only
You
got
get fucked up real quick.
Yeah. So I could take him. No, he would get seen by somebody, wouldn't he? You see how he's blinded? If I take down the middle guy here, so you can see how the view cone has that gap there behind the mast, whatever. I think. Oh, you've gone. Audio's gone funny.
Oh, because I coughed and I forgot to put my microphone back down.
Ah, that'll be it.
That'll do it.
That'll do it. So let's see. So what I can do is I can maybe take down this custody here, because he's out of the view cone and won't be seen. But he might be seen by this guy when he does. So that would work. But we could give it a go. So John's ability is he can't go above levels, so I can't actually take him down because he's not the same level. So that can't work.
Can't return without
So
the result.
what we might do actually. Oops.
Got a good head in my chest.
Oh, I keep doing the wrong one.
What ails your soul today? Fresh
So what we can do is we'll grab. Actually, no, I'll do this. Because I think he. The other thing you can do is you can also press right trigger and speed up, so they do their movements quicker.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
So now he's going to walk back this way, and hopefully we'll be able to keep taking them down.
And just go over and stick him one.
Just outside the view cone, so they weren't seen by the other one there. So now we've got that, we can just grow a bush, basically right there. And this is
like how they don't even realise that there's a new bush there and say, wait a minute.
Some of them will. He probably can't see
will
it because some of them will like, oh, what's that bush there? And then they might go investigate or they might not.
Oh, okay.
So some enemies won't investigate things. This one's an acolyte, so he should investigate. So if I put that there, they'll see it. Go, oh, what's that?
Hopefully I'll find something soon.
And sometimes they'll either investigate or they won't. He will, so that's cool. So now he's investigating. We do that, and we take him
Go
back.
over and stick him one.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
That's a big one.
And I can put him inside that and pick up that.
Another kind of bait.
Yeah, we'll go grab John. And we'll go get up.
What's the red circle with the padlock in basically the dead middle of the screen? Oh, it's because the camera's locked.
Camera's locked, so I haven't done that. So now I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And take him down. Which now... And this thing is how we get out of the mission. We walk through that sort of portal thing. Right. So now we've done that. I'm going to save that. Now I could probably... I know exactly what I'm going to do here. See how quickly we can do this. So you can't necessarily throw... See how it's got red there? I can't throw the little bush thing right next to them, right at them, but I can go pretty close to them. So I'm going to throw it to there. I'm going to grab John. And if we've got a quick enough turnaround, we might be able to.
Nobody will find me here.
So what does your view cone do? So you're not going to have to worry about him. Just have to do him when he turns around. We should be able to hide the body in that.
No one returns from the dead.
Amount of times I'll do that where so he's seen tracks this time.
Yeah, he's seen the footprints in the
Seen
sand.
the footprints, yeah, which I didn't realise was going to do that, but that's
He
fine.
comes
But
over and has a look, and then you fucking stick him anyway.
stick him anyway. So now we've got that, we can now go and talk to our shadow thing over here.
So do you have to do? I can't remember. Like, do you have to do both soul traces, or can you choose to do both soul traces?
No, I think when I do this one, the other one will be
okay.
locked out, so it'll just be.
Trace leads to the center.
Yeah, there you go. Find Harlock's ship.
Yep.
To a small wooden
Who's
ship
Harlock's ship?
on a table.
No idea.
An entire
Oh, sweet.
pirate crew caught on a table.
Aye. Pick it up and see what you can find.
So now we've got to go all the way across the map to there.
Oh shit.
And that's how they make these games, these missions quite long, even
Yep.
for short ones. Oops, didn't need to do that.
Might be maybe possibly where we end it.
We might end this one here, but I'll. So yeah.
The dumb fuckers got themselves caught in a model ship.
Yep.
That's okay. And obviously because of the more fantasy-based setting with the pirates and
Oh, yeah, look,
the
with
fantasy
the
style elements, you can do a lot more dumb shit than you could in
Oh,
Desperados 3 and
absolutely. Like,
Shadow
it's not set in any reality because of the characters and the setting they've created. So
you can
yeah,
be
it's-
more outlandish and just go. You can have elements
Yeah.
like, you fuckers got stuck in a model ship.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. So I'm actually going to save that because I'll come back to this mission.
If she was to drop down a new plan, would that plan disappear?
Yep.
That's what I thought. Okay.
So if I was to do,
So you got to be super
Yeah.
careful because you might accidentally just
I've
fuck
I've
yourself.
done it nearly. I've done it a
Yeah,
couple
you
of times
have.
where I've gone to move the plan and go, oh shit, I've exposed someone who was
Yep.
in one, and then
Well
it
done.
becomes soon. Okay, shit, got to reload.
That's funny.
Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to just quickly go back to. I'm going to go back. I'm just going to abandon this. I think I can do that. We'll see. That's alright. Won't take me long to redo it. Yep. And I'll show you the one aspect of all the log tracking stuff that's in this game. Then we'll close it out.
What do you mean log tracking?
Lots of stats. So let's have a look.
Right.
So logbook. So overall completion is now just under, essentially 20%. Each of the crews, so each of the crew have
Those are
have
side mission things.
have their crew tail thing, which is the thing you can do between missions. Their captain's test and the challenge room, which is when you first get them, your tutorial mission for each character. So I've done this one as much as I can from that perspective. I've upgraded them,
Yep.
and then you've got these badges per character. So finish mission with this crewmate. I've done 10 of them, so I've got 20 of those to get that badge. Hide bodies with cover seeds, which is my little plant thing. Take down guards with this one, so I've done 155 or 250. Or this one is send a guard into an environment kill with a wand of dust. That's the thing that makes them walk in either direction. So you've got all these character-based badges to do.
Yep. So there's a bunch of shit to still do.
Yeah, still do. So this one's got, this is Gael. So same thing. Carry other crewmates for around for 500 meters. Finish them 7. Take down guards 120, that sort of thing. John Mercury's got this one. Haven't done his upgrade yet. Haven't done his captain's tests. I'm halfway through his story mission. I think I've done hers. Haven't done, yeah. And then here's a gun. So he's already done. Hide 50 bodies with anchor down. So he's done that one. Kill 15 guards in one mission with anchor up. So that was just a mission based.
The hidden ones, do they make themselves apparent by a specific mission, or is it a specific action that you do that reveals what that hidden badge is?
Either one. It'll
Okay.
either be you either do a particular mission and do something, then it becomes a you can see the first act of it or something, the first
Yeah.
part of it, or it might be something like this, which is just do this particular thing, and you won't know you do it until you've done it, or you haven't done it, so you won't know necessarily. That even exists. So here I've done none. I don't know what they are. But there's going to be similar ones that are going to be across the board. There'll be one that'll be like, kill enemies with this one. There'll be one of those per character. Then there's ones per island. So each of the islands has multiple missions. You can go back to them. So if we go back to here's this Dreadvine's Cove one. So here's the island badges, which are finish all missions on this location. Okay, so I've done them all. That one's done. But there's also mission-based badges, which is this mission is Sinister Thoughts, collect all memory fragments. These are mission-based badges.
Yeah.
Again, you have to replay them to see what the other badges are potentially. So there's that one. Then there's Global Statistics, which is all badges across the board. So, for example, finish a mission without using any distractions. Finish 10 mission without raising an alarm. Hide 750 bodies. They're across the board, across the entire lot. Aerial at Sea is on the Marley, shoot a skeleton in the water with Gale, which it did a while back. And Fate is Cruel, which is kill 50 guards using environmental stuff, which is like knocking over like the shotgun thing to take down people. Take down 3,000 guards, some way on that. Then you've got same things per character. So overall, 753 kills, blah 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 blah. You can see this sort of stuff flying out. Total play time with this character. Is that right? Yeah, that playtime's not right at all. Oh, might be. That's not right at all.
Total time in missions, maybe? No,
yeah,
that's
maybe.
not right.
It doesn't right either. That's not. Yeah, I think they've got a bit of a weird issue. Display bug there. I'm not too sure. Sophia, 6 hours 7 minutes with this particular crew. Walked 7,800. All the stats you're keeping about each character. This one, for example, is 5 hours 50 minutes with them. So so stuff like that you got. You can also do tutorials and read through them all again with their characters. So that is basically Shadow Gambit. It is really, really good. They just haven't done mission in a row. They've done stuff between the missions with these crew tales, which I can't do at the moment because I've done one.
And then your challenge modes and all that.
Then the challenge modes, then your challenges per mission, replayability if you want to do that. The challenge, like the captain's challenges and that sort of stuff. Which what I might do is I might just go and grab, just start one of them. Not too sure what this is going to be. Just go and start this. Play. That's alright.
Oh, finally a decently sized mirror, and it is all shattered?
Unfortunately,
shut.
this mirror is not about seeing your outsides. It's about seeing what's inside of you.
Can't we just look through the hole in my belly?
Really?
Right.
God damn it.
Let's do this then.
I remember you talked about being an avid letter.
So this is the actual captain of the crew originally.
Is he the dude? Is he like the big bad you're trying to fuck up, or is?
No, he's the skeleton on the chair.
Oh,
The skeleton on the chair, yeah.
Correspondence, don't you?
You dared reading my letters, Mordecai? Return from the dead to the
Mordecai, you privacy invading fuckface.
Canoness, the message has ended.
That hot, well, I'd better get to my secret stash, I suppose.
Secret stash, eh?
Yes, it is on Calamity Reef. There lies the Brine Razor, an old wreckage grounded there since the battle. I hid some of my belongings in it, and it seems I need to get them back.
So do you only, with the captain's test, you only take one of the characters in, or do you still take a party of 3?
I think it still does 3 of them. Yeah.
Okay.
What am I doing? Complete the mission. Where am I doing that? Am I doing that over here?
Do you go to the mirror and go, wait, where am I?
Where am I? What am I doing here? What did you say it was on? Calamity Roof. Over there. There it is. There it is.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's still got the crew three crews,
Yep.
3 crew size on it.
It just she has to be in.
She has to be one of them because it's her mission, so to speak.
So it looks like there's a fair fucking whack of shit to do in here.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of replayability. Not replayability, but you.
There's a lot of external or side stuff that is separate. Not even necessarily separate, but additional stuff you can do beyond just the main story missions.
Yeah, like you'd almost call these side quests, you know, for the want of a better term, sort of thing.
Oh, they absolutely are.
But they do flesh out the characters you've got and give them the backstory and their lore and that kind of stuff. So they're
no doubt by doing them, you're getting, whether it be XP or whatever the case may be, towards those additional skills, skill upgrades and that sort of stuff.
Exactly, yep. And you've got the exact same thing. You can land at these 3 spots. You've got to get to that location. But, so I don't even think I can get out of this now. I'll have to choose a spot. We'll choose that one. There we go. That'll do. So you can see if Gael's already checked it. I can't even choose anybody else.
Yep.
We'll just do this for the time being.
Why was her name in red?
Or
is that literally just the character color theme?
Yeah, color theme, but she's
okay.
Toya. This is this one. She's got the sniper rifle one. She is.
Yep. Blap. Alright.
So yeah, so that is
Shadow
Gambit. Shadow Gambit. I'm just going to abandon this.
We'll just go to the main menu.
That's alright. Go back to the ship.
Mm.
So yeah, thoroughly. There's a lot to it. Like there's the main story mission, which will be a fair chunk of of it, but you've got all the character stuff. I thought with the structure, the design, where you're going back to the same locations over and over again, will get repetitive. And to a degree it does, because you realise, I've already been to this place before, I know where I've got to go, sort of thing, but it just gives you map recognition more than anything.
And sort of, for lack of a better term, intel, so you have a better idea of how to navigate the map and all that sort of shit.
Yeah. But the way you're going there is obviously different each time, and what you're getting out of it is going to be different each time. So it's not... The rapidity of going back to those islands isn't the negative thing I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
But with that and the captain's test and the challenges, which I couldn't show because I had to revive a crew member to show you one of those. The stuff you do in this game is a lot.
Yeah.
But it's not busy work. I think it's good, solid, gameplay to do.
Yeah.
The audio, the voice acting is freaking so good.
Yeah.
The dialogue is really, really good. So they've basically made the best one of these games they've made. The best one of these they could have made, and they've, as we said earlier, they're going out. They're now closing down the studio, so going out in a bloody good high, as far as I'm concerned. Hopefully, they do some DLC like they did with Desperados 3.
Yep. The important part is this is another one of those games, though. So it's not like it's a different type of game.
No, it isn't.
It's very important to realise that when going in.
Oh, absolutely. They haven't reinvented the wheel on this at all. But with the fantasy setting of the characters they've created, they've got a lot of things they can do that make it just a little bit different from previous ones, just because of those character settings. And with all the stuff they've done in between, I think it's really, really good. So,
yeah, definitely.
Thank you, Steve. This has been Shadow Gambit, Curse Crew.
Thank you, Graham.
And we'll be back in another video. Hopefully, Jagged Alliance 3 is on our list to look at. So
that and Dave the Diver are the two big ones I think we want to look at or re-look at. So
keep an eye out for those ones. But thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much, Steve.
Bye. I'm waving and there's no camera on me. Bye.
Bye.